And there we go. All right, so we had a little bit of a technical issue there, and the microphone that we were using wasn't working. So we've switched the microphone, and we're back on answering your questions. So again, any questions that you have about the event, just feel free to go ahead and type them into the Q&A panel, and we'll get them answered for you right now. And I apologize for the weird-looking background here. As I mentioned, we're in beautiful, sunny California. At a mastermind meeting where we're talking about all of these strategies. And I was actually brought here to present the very same information that I helped present for you because it's working right now, getting some fantastic results. Okay, so our first question here is from Marlene. And Marlene asks, how will putting a video on YouTube be beneficial if there's so much video there? How will the potential client find it? Marlene, that is a fantastic question and a really great insight. The reason why we are leveraging video and putting video onto YouTube and then embedding or sharing that video on our Google My Business page is to create the backlink from the YouTube video to your business profile. So the actual strategy is not to get people to view the video. The strategy is to get the Google robot, for lack of a better phrase, to go out and index that video and see that it was produced locally, it's put on your YouTube account, and that the content has to do with a legal professional in that specific marketplace. And then they see that that information is attached to your Google profile. And what that does from the search engine's perspective is it gives you a checkmark box on they have a video, they have a high quality video, it is a video from a legal professional, this is exactly where it's located, and this is the profile that has produced it. So we're going to boost that profile past some of the other competitors in the marketplace that haven't engaged in video marketing and haven't put videos on YouTube and don't have that backlinking and that keyword and that geotag on that video. So hopefully that answers your question. To shorten it down, the Coles Notes is that it's not there to be seen by the end consumer. It is there to be seen by the search engines so that the end consumer will see you on the front page. So hopefully that that answers that question for you. And thank you for the excellent question. We'll go through, will we be getting, this is from Kim. Kim, will we be getting a copy of the webinar slides from today's event? So Kim, the way that we're doing is we are taking all of the content that CTIC has put together, and we're archiving it into a members area for you. So the webinar replay will be available for 48 hours after the event, and then we're going to take that replay down, and it will be placed inside a membership area that you can get access to through your rep. And they will have the ability to give you a username and a password, where you can go back and watch all of the content. Now, included in that membership area, we will have a section where you can download the webinar slides from that membership area. So yes, you do get access to them, but it won't be until 48 hours after the event when we take the replay down and it goes into the membership area there for you. So, and I thought that was a really cool thing for CTIC to put together to help you build your business long term and make sure that you get access to this content over time as we produce it, because it continues to help you grow your practice and your business, right? So another great question. Thank you for that. From Brent, thank you very much for the nice feedback. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad that you found the content valuable. So a duplicate here, and again, I'm going to move through these quickly in the interest of your time here today. So this next one here is from Jessica, and Jessica says, can you please repeat the domain for me for the Google address that I need to claim? So the web address is google.com/business. Google.com/business, and again, you'll see up in the top right-hand corner, you can either sign in or sign up for a brand new Google account in order to claim that profile. Jessica, thank you for the question and for attending the event. I really appreciate it. From Dan. Dan says, traditionally, I've found online customers from my website to be of low quality. How does this get me more quality customers? So Dan, that's a very quality, direct question. And the answer is somewhat complicated, I guess, in the fact that what this ranking is going to do for you on Google is to provide volume. And that volume will have lower quality customers within it, but you will also get very high quality clients and customers from it. And once you have that ranking, it sits there essentially on autopilot. You don't have to go up and prospect for it. You don't have to do the traditional networking things that you might be doing in order to generate more volume from other sources. So once you do the work once and you optimize, that front page ranking brings those people to you essentially on autopilot. So you can take the time that you were investing into networking or other activities and use that to train your staff to qualify those people properly when they make the phone call to the office, and make sure that you're working with the most qualified prospect. When it comes to internet marketing, lead conversion becomes somewhat of an art, and there is some fantastic ways that you can grow by figuring out and testing how to convert more of those people into quality customers, and figuring out the way to get rid of the lower quality ones faster so that you don't have to actually deal with those people. Now, the other thing that I will mention on that is, I know that we went briefly through ratings and reviews, but if you can, in your business, discover a way to get your past customers to ethically and within all of your guidelines leave you those ratings and reviews. The ratings and reviews will help to pre-frame and to pre-sell those new customers that are coming from Google. And when that happens, the person that ends up on the other end of the phone typically becomes a higher quality individual and a higher quality customer for your business. So volume is one answer. You get to sort through and get rid of the low quality ones as fast as you can and just deal with the high quality ones that are going to come from this Google ranking. And then also having that social proof to help validate those new customers, that will increase the quality of the people that you're seeing coming from your web marketing and the time that you're investing in it. So a great question, Dan. Thank you for that. So from Brent asks, do you suggest buying a new domain just to rank your site locally? And a big thank you to CTIC for hosting this event. So Brent, and I agree with you, no is the short answer to that question. You do not need a new domain, and actually that would be detrimental to your strategy. And I understand why you're thinking about that secondary domain. And in older versions of search engine optimization, I can see where that strategy would have benefit. But in today's marketplace, definitely directing all of your traffic, directing all of your backlinks, directing all of your content to one core domain that is registered with your business. It's got all of your address information, the same as your business profile. Point all of your link juice, all of the effort that you're putting into it towards that main domain that will rank. It's much easier to rank a local business on one profile rather than trying to take 5 different keywords with 5 different ranked domain names, because then you would technically need 5 local profiles and then 5 sets of optimization. And Google is now advanced to the point where they can identify that silo structure and will de-rank essentially everything that you put into that. So definitely one core domain, and directing all of your efforts towards that is the way to go. So again, great question, and thank you for that. Excuse me here. From Anise. Anise says, are these webinars archived so I can catch up with previous ones and review this one? Yes, absolutely. We have a membership area available for you. It will have this content in it 48 hours after the event, and you can get a username and password by reaching out to your CTIC rep or to support support@cwjstone.com. That's support@cwjstone.com. If you submit a support ticket on our support desk, we need to know the name of your representative at the organization so that we can just keep the lines of communication open. Okay, so thank you for that. And our next question is from Peter. Peter asks, what if we're a firm with many lawyers at the same location? So Peter, yes, we run into this quite a bit. And the guidance from the terms of service that Google provides states that there can be one business per location. So you need to have one central location that gets optimized specific local business. Now, if you have a practice that you operate from that main hub, but you're also going out and you're building your own book and you're building your own business within that larger organization, you can claim your own Google My Business profile and use a secondary address to do that. Now, there is a way for you to claim your home address and then hide that information so that it doesn't show up on Google once you claim the profile. We see some professionals going that route. We have other professionals that are going out and getting remote work spaces. So there's places around where you can basically rent a boardroom or a conference room, and they have a concierge that takes care of all the mail and the phone calls and all that stuff. We've seen people go into remote work arrangements like that and use that to claim the business profile. One thing that you need to be sure of, and especially if you're in the marketing department at a larger firm and you're watching this, it's very important that from a corporate perspective, everybody within the organization knows that they should not go out and register multiple Google My Business locations at the same address. Just like what we just talked about in the webinar, sometimes Google will get confused. It will merge those profiles together. It becomes a big mess, and I don't want that for you. I want nice, clean profiles that rank quickly, and the way to do that is to have one, and again, point all of your efforts towards that one domain. And from a firm perspective, it's a good idea that the reviews that come in from the different people within the org are categorized on one main profile. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm not exactly sure what situation you're particularly in, so I wanted to cover both options for you just in case. From Ben. Ben asks, can your company provide this as a service? The answer to that question is yes. There's no pitch during this event. This is not a sales presentation at all. Everything here is sponsored by CTIC, but with that, if you send an email to support@cwjstone.com, that's support@cwjstone.com. We do offer this as a service, so to save your time so that you can get the result without having to potentially give it to somebody in your organization that isn't an expert at getting this stuff done. So that is available for you, yes. From David. David says, fantastic content, thank you. How long will all of this take to kick in once we get the profiles completed? So I'm assuming that kicking in is the front page ranking that you're looking for in Google, and the answer to that is we don't really know. When it comes to Google, I have found that there is no hard and fast rules for how these things happen. It is simply a matter of knowing, what steps we take and then the results that we see from it, and then chaining those all together properly. Some markets were able to see that bump in rank happen in 30 to 45 days. Other markets, it takes longer. Obviously, the more competition that is in the marketplace, the longer it will take for that strategy to essentially bump them out. And another factor that comes into play is how often Google makes changes. So I've been sharing this information and helping local businesses connect with customers for close to, well, in that realm, 9 years, but teaching Google Local specifically since it came out. As we teach, and I teach specifically according to Google's guidelines. So we read the guidelines as far as what Google publishes, and then as you've seen in the information, we do white hat, good, what what Google wants. And when Google makes changes, we always see positive effects on the accounts from the optimization that we've done previously. So if you do this work, or you're going through the process of doing this work, and Google makes an update, that will traditionally increase the speed at which you get results from the optimization when that change happens. So the real answer is we don't know. It could take as little as 30 days, but it could take longer than that. It really is, it depends on what happens in the marketplace, and it depends on how much competition you have in your local marketplace. The one thing that is for sure, all of these things will go to benefit your online search strategy, and you will see that increase when you implement and simply follow the guidelines and do good, solid online work. And I know it sounds boring, and I know it sounds technical, but these are the things that need to be done in order to get the end result that we want. So whether you have somebody within your organization do it, or you do it yourself, or you reach out to us, it's just important that it gets done, because this is an asset that will go to grow your practice for months and years to come when it's done, see it time and time again. So don't get hung up. The reason for me saying that is, don't get hung up on the specific time that it's going to take and say, oh, this didn't happen in 30 days, it doesn't work. It will work over time. You just need to allow the process to happen, essentially. So great question there, David. And Lynn is asking again about the recordings. Yes, absolutely, you'll get access to those. For videos, excuse me, this is from Larry. Larry's asking, for videos, is it really, so I'll paraphrase this if that's okay with you, Larry. And basically the comment is it really worth putting the effort into a low quality video, or should I just invest and buy a high quality video? Now, the answer to that question is, I believe in brand. And I know that I'm a digital marketer, I'm a direct response marketer, but I truly believe that your practice and you have a level of professionalism that you are comfortable with. And I believe that your videos and everything that you do in your marketing and the profiles that you set up should reflect your brand and your professionalism in the industry. So if you're comfortable with a screenshot video, then that might be a good option for you. But if you're not, and you feel that it needs to be a polished, scripted, video, then that should be the type of video that you shoot. I believe that videos are a demonstration of your brand values. And as you can tell, I'm more conversational. I like people knowing that it's me in my videos. So even though we have a videographer, I have to work with him to make him have our videos look a little bit less polished than a lot of the information that goes out online, because that's our brand and our equity and the message that we want to put into the marketplace. Now, I am guessing that you want that professional, nice, crisp video where they come into the office and you sit behind the desk and everything looks great, because obviously in the legal profession, you need to convey that into the marketplace. So here is a helpful tip in order to get that done, rather than going out and sourcing an agency to produce and shoot that video for you, which can be quite costly. I've seen business owners and corporations get into video shoots that run in the tens, if not more, of thousands of dollars to get those done. And what we do in order to save on costs and provide something that's a lot more personalized is we hire wedding videographers off of Kijiji, and we'll book them on a Wednesday. So it's the middle of the week. They have no other work. They show up at the office with all the equipment, the lights, the mics, everything that you need. And they're normally willing to give fantastic rates. And then they'll take all the content, edit it all together. The only thing that you have to do when you're in that situation is to write your own scripts or know exactly what you want to convey into the marketplace when you get that done. But it's a fantastic way to get your videos produced and have a very nice, high quality professional video that demonstrates you and your brand to the marketplace. So there's another helpful tip for you. So in the interest of time and the fact that we are done our Q&A question, we'll wrap up for today. So I want to say a big thank you to CTIC and all of the wonderful professionals that work there that have sponsored this event for you. Make sure you reach out to your representatives and let them know what you thought. There is going to be a survey for your feedback that comes out after the event when we send you the link to your recordings to watch them. I value your feedback. We want to make these events as good, as fantastic as possible for you. So let us know what you think by filling out that survey, and we'll continue to build value for you. Again, my name is Chris Johnstone. Thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed sharing with you, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon, everybody.